Hello everyone! I know it's been about a week since my last upload, but I am coming at you guys today with my first video of the year. Today I'm going to be creating a wish list of the characters from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures that deserve super action statues from Medicos. The way I'm going to be determining this is choosing characters for each part, comparing them between how much I personally want them and how much they would probably sell, and how realistic it would probably be for Medicos to make these characters. I know it's incomparable in terms of parts because some parts are perfectly fine with having very few figures for the characters, and others have such a large cast that it's kinda hard to choose which ones deserve it most. But just because I am so amazing, I will be the one making that call. But hey, if you disagree here, please comment down below. I also created a community post just to see what you guys thought about my personal opinion. I addressed that I really want a Yuya Fungami figure, as well as a Blackmore. You guys seem to really want a Blackmore as well. Alright, let's get right into the video. Now, part 1's cast has been already made into figures. Now, I don't see anybody out here really wanting a figure of Arena Pendleton. Pendleton? Because there isn't really any action scenes with her, and she's kind of put in the background. She was a good character. I do like Arena. But part 1 has given us so many buff, muscular, beautiful men that I feel we're really satisfied with having Speedwagon, Zeppeli, Jonathan, and Dio. Any other character besides those four are kind of secondary. So I made the decision, is it between Bruford, Tarkus, or Dyer, Straitzo? Man, even Ton Petty, like who would even want that? Anyway, I feel like the character that deserves it most is a very iconic character, Dyer. I feel like Dyer would sell. He looks a lot like the Fist of the North Star characters that they have already produced, and I think that this would be a good sell. He can also give you the Thundercross split attack, which is iconic. Now, part 2 will be a little bit easier. There are two characters at the top of my head which make good calls for figures, this being either Rudolf von Stroheim or Santana. Both characters I would probably end up just missing out on. I really don't feel like I want a von Stroheim. It's going to be really hard to say because he is a German soldier from World War II. But technically speaking, he's a very important character, and it would be cool if they gave him swappable torsos, like with his jacket off or jacket on, so that you have those machine parts revealed. I feel like that'll be a lot more exciting than a Santana figure, because Santana will look just more like a regular Pillar Man. Quickly moving on to part 3, I feel like part 3 has a lot of good characters to explore. The number one choice for me is obviously going to be Vanilla Ice. I feel like Vanilla Ice is such a cool character. He has definitely packed a punch in terms of his presence within the show and the manga in general. They have a stunning statue legend for him and have a really expensive statue legend for his stand, Cream. So I definitely think they could capitalize off of adding a figure of Vanilla Ice, considering they already just gave us a whole horse. Another strong candidate would be Endul, but I don't know. I feel like Vanilla Ice would sell a lot more. Now for part 4. One of my favorite parts in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. In fact, I just finished a rewatch of the anime and a reread of the manga as well. I really do like part 4. Now, for those who saw my community post and saw the comments, I am a big fan of Yuya Fungami, so that is my number 1 pick. Definitely biased, but you gotta look at this perspective. Yuya is a fan favorite. He also just got added into All-Star Battle R, and honestly, his stand, Highway Star, has a really cool statue legend. Actually, in fact, I am making a custom of Yuya right now. I also ordered his statue legend, and I'll give you guys a look on that when that arrives. Now, an additional idea for part 4 would be Akira Itoishi and Red Hot Chili Peppers. He kind of serves as a secondary antagonist, or a first real antagonist for the first half of part 4. At least the first part of Diamond is Unbreakable is dedicated to trying to find Red Hot Chili Peppers for the stand arrow, now that they released a Kaicho Nijimura, so I feel like Akira Itoishi is the more realistic choice for the next Diamond is Unbreakable figure. Now part 5, which has the most figures in terms of the Super Action statue line. I feel like it's really easy to determine which character needs one most, that being Doppio. Like, Doppio is really cool. The fact that we have Risotto Nero and no Doppio to recreate one of the coolest fights in all of JoJo. We've been overdue for having him in our collections. If not for Doppio, I could see them giving us a Chocolata and a Silver Chariot Requiem, which is also a custom that I made. There are definitely still some good characters and stands to explore in Part 6. My biggest want is not just Made in Heaven. I feel like we need Emporio, very importantly. Emporio is a big character. He would have a lot of accessories, I'm assuming, considering he will probably be the size of a Koichi figure. In fact, they might as well just give us Made in Heaven with an additional Emporio figure with it, considering there's probably not many effects or pieces that would come with Made in Heaven. I would also like to see a Gwess figure with her stand Goo Goo dolls, and I would also love to see a Donatello Versus. But we also cannot forget Simon. You know, I think Part 6 has a lot of good characters and stands for them to make. So we'll be seeing a lot of that in the years to come. Now, Part 7. There are so many really good characters and sculpts that they could give for us. I just feel like I can't list all of them, but I will give you guys quite a few. I feel like the #1 choice for them right now is Tusk Act 4. Now, they might hold on to that idea and wait for the anime release to give us a Tusk figure, or at least a Tusk Act 2 and 3 to go with it. But what they might end up doing is the Echoes treatment, where they give us Act 3, Act 2, and possibly Act 4 altogether, or release both of those as separate products. So that is my choice for the most realistic, but I honestly would just love to see a Magenta. Blackmore has been one of my #1 picks for a while, so I really would like to see a Blackmore figure. But commenters on my most recent community posts also listed an Axel Rowe. Honestly, Part 7 has a full list of side antagonists and good characters for us to get. Like Sandman too. I would love to see a Sandman. Now, Part 8. Wow. So, we only have 2 characters and 2 stands from Part 8, and an additional colorway for Josuke in Soft and Wet. But I would love to see a Yasuho, Jobin, Tamaki Damo, just the entire cast. I feel like it would be a really cool, vibrant, and wide range of sculpts that we could get for Part 8. So I'm really looking forward to them releasing more. Seeing Toru and Wonder Review's sculpts gives me a lot of hope for that line in general. So I'm not going to limit this, but I feel like the #1 choice is the JoBro. A spoiler alert, they did give us the JoJo, they gave us the main villain, they gave us their stands. Now I feel like it's time for the main JoBro of the part, which is Yasuho, and eventually Rai Mamazuku. Now, Part 9. Well, realistically, November Rain, because we just got our JoJo and that's it right now. But I really would like to see what they do for that sculpt. It's arguably the most interesting looking JoJo stand, but you know what? I have full faith in Medicos. They have given us a lot of good product lately, and I think that's the most likely next JoJo Lands figure. Otherwise, I think Paco and Dragona would make really good characters too, as well as Usagi, Charming Man. There's a lot of really good characters. But I'm also a big fan of Akka Howler so far, so hopefully we get an Akka Howler sculpt pretty soon too. But hey, a man can dream. So thank you guys for watching, and Happy New Year! I would also like to announce that I just noticed I passed 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, commenting, liking, and just keeping up with my videos in general. I really appreciate it. I took a long break from making videos because, you know, life was getting really stressful and, you know, I didn't have the time to be home as often. Well, I really would like to thank you guys for sticking with me in general throughout all this. So, then again, thank you for the 1,000th time, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.